Okay. Silver Spear, Blizzard, Spike Balls again. Okay. Fire, Conjuration, Chaos. It's my lords. Fire doesn't look great. Conjuration's fine, but I don't want to do Spike Balls again. That's kind of miserable. Chaos. Okay. I don't feel like I have a ton to work with here. Anything to go with Blizzard? Not really. Blinding Light's nice, but I don't have any of the Lord's skills for it. Well, that's not true. I do have Fire Lord. There's a Searing Light. Don't really know if that's enough. It's like 6 damage and 1 charge. It's not that impressive. Let's see. I do have Armor, Natural Vigor, Arc Conjurer. So some kind of minion build is being encouraged here. Honestly, I could probably just do Wolves if I really wanted to. I'll start with Wolves as my cantrip, which I normally wouldn't do. And then we'll see if I find any items that encourage me one way or another. Icy Claw. Donk. Jar of Embers. We do have Pyrophilia. A Jar of Embers, Pyrophilia is something. Honestly, there's a lot of good items here. Just going Copper Shaft, Silver Spear with Dynamos. Kind of an obvious pick. I don't really have anything in the skill book for that, right? Like Razor Shaping and yeah, I mean that's basically it. Life Spark Lantern. Yeah, so I don't think I want to really focus on a Silver Spear kind of idea. Icy Claw, it's like, it's damage on the wolves, but there's no synergy with anything. Ice damage kind of sucks in that regard. Like if it was a Flaming Claw Staff, it would go really well with Pyrophilia, because it would just be a ton of healing. Any other good holy spells? Not really. Anka's nice, but it's like... I don't really think of it as something that I go for right away. I feel like this wolf idea is kind of a trap. Arc Conjurer. It's not that great for wolves, right? Like, the range is nice. +3 flat damage is nice, but 50% health is... 8? It's good, but I'd rather have Nature Lord. I have Venom Spit, but nothing to really go with it. Mega Venom, sure, but no Acid Fumes, no Spider Spawning. What else did I have for Conjurations? And Frostfire Hydras. I don't really like Frostfire Hydras. I know they're really good, but they're just kind of annoying. Guess I do have Wyrm eggs. Radiant Eggs gets pretty good with Fire Lord. Because it'd become a 5 damage for Radius Aura. Also have Summon Wizard as a potential late game pick. Okay, I think I'm gonna do Crossfire Hydras with Reclamation, and then we'll see what we see in terms of equipment to influence what other choices we're making here. Don't think I'll go for the Jar of Embers. It is good if I end up doing wolves, where I'm just throwing a million dudes out, some of which are expected to die. But if I end up going for, like, dragon eggs or whatever, the Jar of Embers is, not really impressing me that much. So I'm in a kind of a weird situation where it's like, the game gave me a lot of pretty good looking items, but I think I'm just gonna reroll and look for better. Okay. Vampiric Vestments. This is pretty nice with armor. Especially because it covers resistances that don't get handled by Natural Vigor. So I think I'm going for that. Realm 2 Treants would be an issue, but with Hydras I should be able to win. I'll use both my fast Hydras here. Just to make sure I beat the Treants. And then I think Wolves win against this Laser Beast without too much trouble. Okay. Look at the rewards first before I pick up those vestments, just in case I see something that changes my mind. I mean, this is nice. Just another potion and an Oculus and a heart. How's the map look for Hydras? Fine. Not ideal, really. Because I need to spawn on an orb to get the Hydra Reclamation upgrade. But if I do that and I start placing Hydras around me here, I'm bound to get some friendly fire as they shoot enemies that are like on all sides. I think I'll re-roll and see what else I get. Yeah, there's a teleporter in her. Or a teleporter and a heart. I guess this one also has an Oculus. And this spot looks really good for Hydra Reclamation. Yeah. Okay, we'll get the vestments. We'll go here, we'll get Reclamation. Yeah, start pushing forward. Okay. Quick step boots, ever melting cube. Or a heart. I do want another heart, but let's take a look at some more options. Robe of Fire's good. Oh right, I already have a robe. That was the whole thing. Winter Crown is nice. That would put me at just one Traveler Shoes away from being ice immune. Yeah, Yeah, I think I'd probably go for the crown here. I'd kind of like these potions, but I'm not super interested in any of those pets. How's this map? Fine, probably. Hydras outrange gremlins. Though it does take 3 hits to kill one, so they're not. The gremlins will be able to get shots off, but it won't really be an issue, I don't think. Yeah, I think I just camp out over here until the main mob's dead. Okay, I personally am out of range here, so that's fine. I guess the gremlins aren't going to be getting shots off just because they run into range of multiple Hydras before they actually fire. Okay, so we can move forward now. I'll put the Hydras on, like, the corners when I can, so that I can actually get past them. Let them clear a few guys, then move up. Okay, 1 winter crown. More good robes. Even if I hadn't gotten these vestments, I would have seen some solid picks. Okay. Otherwise, don't really care. Reroll. Another Chalice of Light. Probably just go for this heart. Okay. These boxes are annoying. Pretty much the only way that's safe from boxes is this, like, up left corner. And then any attempt at going from here is going to involve, like, slowly crawling through these tiny corridors while also moving into the box auras. Actually feels kind of miserable. Not sure I want to go here. Might just go here and take an item I'm not super interested in. Can I, like, gain the holy tag on anything that I would care about? The Thunderstrike? Earthen Sentinel? What do you do? Heavenly Blast on a 2-turn cooldown? Eh. Okay, I guess I'd probably just take the ink pipe. I mean, handing out some miscellaneous blind debuffs is fine. Like, no complaints, at least. If I start up here, top right, I'm kind of in firing range of a few enemies pretty early. Don't know if they actually get any Hydra kills, but as long as I only lose like 1 or 2 Hydras, it's not a big deal. They've got 16 health, so it takes a few hits for even 1 Hydra to go down. I think this is fine. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Alright, we got the labs. I could get the reality anchor. It's +3 duration. Don't think I terribly care about that, honestly. I do want another healing potion and another heart. Stonefish are kind of annoying in the versus Hydra matchup, because they can kind of like pop out of a wall pretty close. If I start up here in this top right area, they should... They should mostly come from angles where I can fire at them at. They only shoot for 4 damage. Yeah, I feel like this is fine, especially for a round 5. I am up to 6 SP. I could invest in something. I still haven't really found an item that's pushed me into anything in particular. But I could just get Dark Conjurer. It honestly does make a pretty big difference on Hydras. The charges, range, damage, and health are all good, and the duration is convenient. Yeah, I think I'd probably start here, get our Conjurer, and then decide where I'm going after this. The starting conditions on this map are a little annoying. I think I want to get on this side. Okay. So, my Hydras no longer have a reason to be shooting through me, which is good. Okay. The stonefish are all down. The lads have arrived. Alright, get out of the way, bozos. Okay. Portal key. Conjured trinket. Conjured trinket, what I want here. Probably just the fang, I guess, but... this is kind of the same issue as last map. Burrowing enemies that can just pop up. Though, rockworms only have 25 HP versus the 75 of a stonefish. So it's not exactly the same. There's kind of a convenient cluster of spawners over here. Yeah, I do want that portal key and that ruby heart. Well, once I've got those on the realms after this, I'll be fine with going back to re-rolling and looking for like some kind of an item that'll hopefully bring my build into shape. So I'm trying to get the Hydras out in a way where, like, I'm controlling a lot of angles, but leaving a space that'll be safe for me to occupy. Go, random wolf. Yeah, once this corner that the rockworm spawner was in is clear, I want to move up there. Alright, I got my corner. Got my lads. I think we've mostly held out here. Okay. Fleshbound Warlock. I said I was going to start re-rolling for items, but a ruby heart, a teleporter, and a health potion? So, Watchers and Chaos Quills is kind of miserable. So yeah, we'll re-roll that one. Didn't see anything great, but oh jeez. That looks a little too dense. This doesn't seem too bad. I'm kind of lacking in a good place to set up my base. And these treant liches are going to be annoying, because my build's not really well suited for running across the map and killing a jar. What's in the other realm? No. Don't really care about the dagger, but it at least has good consumables, and if I can clear the realm safely, that's more important than anything else. This one also has liches, though, which is not super appealing. I could pop in here and, like, Chaos Spell to give me the time to set up. I'm not even sure if that's strictly needed. The Hydras are immune to fire, so the enemies are not really threatening to the Hydras. Right? It's like these toads and the zombies. I'm a little bit worried about my own health, though, because, like, I'll end up getting frozen by this bozo, and then I'll only have, like, a couple Hydras set up at that point. These hounds are going to be jumping on me from the start. Toads are going to be hitting me. Fire belchers as well. I could use Inoculus to kill the soul jars. Even if I do, this seems kind of miserable, though. Yeah, I think I like the Chaos Spell idea here. I could get, like, Blinding Light or something, but I really don't want to be spending points on utility right now, because, like, I'm kind of in a rush to get my next good spell. These Hydras are not gonna cut it forever. Okay. Chaos. Hydras. Okay. I don't care about any of your stabs, do I? Not really. Some of the things on the spell scroll are okay, but nothing that I'm, like, super invested in. Idol of Insanity is kind of nasty when I'm playing Hydras. There's one there as well. Grand Warlock's annoying, but probably fine. As long as I've got a good base set up, the Hydras can beat a Fiend. I think I need to decide what I'm doing. Unfortunately. Scale Harvest goes well with Hydras, because a Hydra times out, restores its own charge, and also counts towards Scale Harvest. So it's like, I have infinite Hydras and infinite Wyrm eggs. Or at least an arbitrary number over however long the realm lasts. Wyrm eggs is definitely the stronger pick right this second, compared to Summon Wizard. For some reason I completely overlooked that I have Rainstorm Living Rain. Honestly, I could just go back for that. But I don't think so. Also have Armageddon Blade for whatever that's worth. At the very least, I could put Mega Armageddon on someone down the line. I could also just get Word of Chaos to buy time while I set up Hydra. But I think Wyrm Eggs is the play here. Even though I'm not a huge fan. This idol's really annoying. I mean, in theory, I can just fill up all the squares that it could try to teleport me to. Let's see how it goes. Idols down. Just get myself into a little corner here. Alright. Conjured scale and 2 stopwatches. I do need stopwatches. Idol of Frailty is also kind of annoying with this build, because the Hydras will stop being immune to themselves. Or they can, at least, if they're unlucky. But it probably just dies relatively quickly. And there's no guarantee that it hits the fire or ice resistances. Okay, idols down. Let the lads through and also get some eggs going. Ah. Well, those eggs popped open quick. Dang. I was hoping to send some eggs through this wall and have them pop up over there. There's some pretty bulky worms. 107 HP. Okay. Okay. Do I have any good way of opening my own eggs? Mass calcification? Yes, that's pretty good. Okay. So I'm beginning to see the vision here. Alright, here's the plan. I summon a bunch of eggs. I crack them open with mass calcification. And then I win. Dang. Hydras are actually being killed. That wasn't part of the plan. Okay. Maybe I should invest in making these Hydras, or the Wyrms, stronger. Ah, finger 6. Very good. Map looks a little miserable, but what's the worst that could happen? Okay. Kind of putting a lot of dudes on the board pretty quickly, so the armor is not as good as it could have been, but I think it's still quite strong. Because, like, the Wyrms will get it eventually, right? And then I can get natural vigor. Do the fire Wyrms have a weakness to ice? Yes. But if they're given the vampiric vestments and natural vigor and hibernation, they will be immune to ice. So I can have the entire team can be ice immune. The ice Wyrm's fire weakness I don't really have an answer for, though a natural vigor will help a little bit. Pyrophilia would be good as well, just so, like, even if they are taking some fire damage from the friendly fire, they'll be getting health back for it. let's start with armor, natural vigor, then we'll get pyrophilia next, and hibernation after that, most likely. Go, random wolves. Alright. Yeah, this is a nice Wyrm that's given the vampiric vestments. And here's a fire Wyrm who's gotten it. That's a strong set of resistances. This is a difficult unit to kill. Okay. Figure 6 will be a lot more eggs. Ooh, free pyrophilia. And the map's kind of annoying, because like everything's gonna be immune to fire and or ice. But I mean the Hydras can just, the Wyrms can just melee them to death if needed. We can get the hibernation, I guess. Since I'm being given the pyrophilia for free. I love how the Wyrms have burrowing, so that they just go through the map wherever they need to go. Okay. Infernal Giant Spider Queen's kinda cool. Or I could just get some consumables and a heart. Although, I don't really want to fight Infernal Wyrm Shamblers if I can help it. Dwerger Fortress. Might be around time to get the Word of Chaos. So I have the free setup time. %200 ice resistance. I didn't really want to get pushed out here by that spike ball. I have 6 teleporters. I think I will just go somewhere else. Go, random wolves. My team's not really making super fast progress on these enemies. Like, I am winning the fight, as far as I can tell, but it's not going as quickly as I would have liked. Just make my way over here. Okay. I guess this Infernal Spider Queen's not actually that good, because I'm just going to be calcifying it a few turns in. Oh well. I mean, it'll put more idiots on the map. This isn't bad, honestly. Just because it'll trigger off a large number of units, and it'll get +1 num targets from my finger 6. Don't think it's a priority, but I'll keep that in mind. Free Fire Lord's cool. How's the map? Fine, right? Kind of claustrophobic, but not in a way that I think would actually be a problem. I could get Scale Harvest on my eggs, but it doesn't work super well with the game plan. Because it's like, I make a bunch of eggs, I calcify them to summon the worms, and then I get a bunch of worm egg charges back, and I can summon those, but if I calcify those eggs, then I'm also calcifying the first round of worms. I could just leave the new eggs on the ground, which is fine, but they won't really be contributing much. Maybe if I had some other way, like I could just walk around using Touch of Death on them. It's a possibility. Do you want to get Conjured Aggression? In fact, I think that's probably a pretty high priority. Yeah, I'll get that now. And then I might get Chaos Lord. Just for extra Word of Chaos charges. Where's the fireworm that's been given the armor? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good fireworm. Immune to fire and ice. Gets healed from any living unit dying. a bunch of other resist. Yeah, they cleaned up that realm. Fire Lord, which doesn't do a ton for me, but it's +1 charge at least on the eggs. Dupe Shrine for the Finger 6. And the map's fine. Maybe I will take that Icy Claw Staff, just for extra damage. Don't really like this map. This one is fine. Oh, no, never mind. Let's reroll. Immortal Void Knights, eh? They're fine, right? They don't have any fire or ice immunity, at least. Fleshbound Bark Lord spawner is kinda nasty. Just because that can end up being a lot of Fleshbound Spriggans popping up. Though, it will need to be a lot before they have enough combined bulk to handle the fireworms. I should probably pick up Fenris at some point, just as a guy to help out. Chaos Sword's only +1 charge on Word of Chaos. It's a really large investment for not much return. Starfire's not bad, but let's see. Let's get Fenris. And then probably call it good for now. At some point I might look into Mega Armageddon Blade, or Final Touch Death Touch, or for helping out on the final levels. Okay. I was hoping I would have put this fleshbound spawner somewhere convenient for my guys to get at. Alas. Yeah, the worms are making their way over there, and I don't think the Bark Lords win that fight. They're holding out better than I had hoped. I think I will Mana Potion and Word of Chaos again. Okay. Are you kidding me? Okay. Alright, well, I got 6 teleporters. I'll do it myself. Oh, I never summoned my random Fenris. Okay, spawner's down. Okay. I think I am gonna get that Chaos Lord, just for one charge of Word of Chaos. Because right now the setup time is like just barely long enough that it's really not doing as much for me as I'd like. Am I going to get murdered by a team of berserked worms? I mean, even though they're berserked, it's not like I'm their primary target. They're still just going to pick a random enemy to attack, which includes me, but it also includes literally everything else. So I think I'm fine. I think I will try and relocate myself to a side of the map. See you later. The Shamblers are advancing on my position. And this Red Rider's kinda hanging in there. Okay, portal key. As usual, Poke the Frog is the obvious fight. Though I could one-shot Nightmare Queen or Jormungandr with Final Touch, if I wanted to. Probably just take this map, as long as I'm not missing something scary. Ghostly Draco Liches, don't care. Immortal Energy Knights, a mild inconvenience. Okay, I think I will take the Scale Harvest. Even if most of these eggs just end up sitting on the map not doing anything, at least I'll be able to spawn a bunch while I'm sitting around not doing anything myself. And then, you know, if something goes wrong and the original wave of worms loses, I'll have the backup squad. I literally don't have a tile to spawn Fenris on. There's a lot of enemies. Okay. I think I give up my first wave of worms to cash in all these new eggs. Might as well start placing more eggs, though. don't need to use them. Go, random Hydras. Looks like things are starting to clear up in my favor. This Immortal Energy Knight's approaching ominously, though. Go, random Hydras. Yay. 3 stopwatches, 5 mana potions. And 5 teleporters. Okay, I think we get Echoing Chaos and Blink. I'll think about it. Okay, stopwatch. Pigs. Alright, go Wyrms. Okay, record the spells and skills. All I need to do now is not die to my own worms, basically. Okay. poisoned. Where is Mordred? Okay, that's fine. It's always a good idea to know where Mordred's going to be teleporting you on his next Void Tango. You want to make sure he's not, like, standing next to 3 Reapers or something. Now, where is he? There it is. Kinda in the middle of stuff, but not unreasonable. Might just teleport away to a corner. On his last life. That went fine. Never really found a staff I was really interested in. I don't know. I don't really like worm eggs. They have a lot of power, but it's kind of a more hassle than it's worth, I think, for me personally. It's like there's a lot of safety considerations, and they kill themselves with their own breaths and things like that. So but the spellbook was definitely missing strong options. Could have gone for the Wizard Gang thing, but it probably wouldn't have been as practical since I didn't have a ton of support for it. I didn't have any other ways of increasing the charges past the +2 of Arc Conjurer. I did end up getting to Finger 6, which would have been good with it, but I'd already made the choice before I found the first one of those. There's a good chance that going Spike Ball Factory again was the actual correct choice, but I'm not sure. It would have had similar issues to the worm eggs, honestly. Like, not the friendly fire thing, but just like the fact that you're very reliant on just sitting there and waiting for your team to hopefully win the fight. That was fine though. It was a relatively comfy win with a spell book and a skill book that weren't super impressive to me. That's it. GG.